Welcome to another Confessions of Yoga the Biker. I'm Yoga, and
I'm Mr20 West.
And today's confession is going to be my ride from Georgia to Florida. It's super long, and riding his bike because there was some issues going on with mine. So that this confession won't be too long, it was a nice little ride. My friend Stevie, she had Marco Polo me in our group chat, and she informed me, which I did not see until Monday after the fact. Why? Ice. No. Anywho, she had informed me in the Marco Polo, or forbade me, that I was not able to ride my bike from Georgia to Florida because I was still a new rider. Yes, I have been riding technically a year. I've been licensed over a year. What are we doing? This isn't like...
It's because your phone don't want to focus, so I'm trying to get the good side of me.
Oh my god. Anywho, so...
It's this side.
Yes. She didn't want me to ride that far because I'm technically still a new rider.
Who's Stevie?
Yeah,
Really?
she didn't think I was equipped to ride that long of a distance.
I wouldn't have let you ride if I didn't think you could do it.
First off,
I would have said, no, put my foot down. I'm the dude, and I'm letting you know you ain't going nowhere because you ain't safetified yet. Safetified is a word. I patented it today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. First off, if I didn't feel comfortable, I wouldn't have rode that distance. I felt comfortable enough.
Yeah, we've been on the streets a lot.
Yes.
I mean, this will be our second trip anyway, because when we went to Amacola Falls, you ain't do no video about Amacola Falls? You didn't do a video about Amacola Falls. I did a video. It was very peaceful. Shout out to Mr20 West. He does that.
Yeah, there's a video coming, but I wasn't going to do a long distance video. Technically my longest ride was to Red Top. For me, that was my first long ride. That was no.
I didn't go to Red Top. Well, I was at work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool with me. I'm fine.
Sully rode with us today and a couple other folks.
Gotta grind,
shout out
baby.
to Sully and Miss Brittany and.
Girl, if you don't get the story popping, shout out y'all. What's up?
Y'all.
You don't actually look. Just go. Hey, look. Let's go back to the story now. Stevie said, "I don't feel comfortable with you going on this trip."
Yes, so Stevie didn't want me to ride that far of a distance. I felt comfortable with having a couple of rides on my belt. At the point, we had Red Top, we had Amacola Falls, and then at that point, we had Lanier Lake.
Plus, when we get out in the city, we get out in the city. Like, we be moving. Like people be saying, "Oh, nah."
We be having whole adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of them be scheduled, a lot of them are like...
I get people lost a lot, so if you think I get people lost a lot, what do you think? We just be like...
Just be on a whole adventure.
I'd be like, don't let me lead. And she'd be like, go ahead, lead, boo.
And then
that's it.
Because I don't like leading after I left folks.
Yeah, you left a couple folks. Shout out to the guy on the CBR that she left. What's up, bro? What's up? It's me, the guy with the camera. What's up, bro? Yeah, we was at Motor Style. What's going on, man?
So,
my bad. I didn't know she was gonna go that fast.
Neither did I. So, anywho, as we digress, we picked up Sully and we were riding in the darkness for a minute, and then eventually
it make it seem like we just picked up Sully. It was 5 o'clock at no.
It was almost 6.
It was 5 o'clock in the morning. First off, I don't like to get up that early unless I'm getting paid to get up that early. You feel me? I don't know about vacations, but when your boy get up at that time, I need to be having some money coming my way.
First off, I set the alarm for like 4:45, and I was getting up for myself. This dude popped up.
Hurry up!
He was like, "All right, let's go."
Vacation mode had already kicked in. I had already in my mind. We was about to do it, about to kill it. I even made like a little Instagram thing. Hey,
so there will be a video I might put some footage in between here for this confessions, but there will be a separate video for that'll be a part of the Misadventures of TAT for the birthday edition. So yeah, we picked up Sully and we kind of rode the back roads for the most part. Focus, my dude. Jesus.
What? We rode back roads? That was back roads? Man, them roads are scary.
Yes, we rode the back roads.
My bike is terrible on gas, bro.
He does not ever in his life need to lead. No, actually the gas wasn't that bad because...
Yeah, well, okay. When we finally figured out, I kept saying, like, the best, miles for us is 72. I got the Eco Boost, y'all. You gonna save gas, if we stay right there in that. And it was just so hard to stay at 72 miles per hour. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So at
Sully
some point,
bike was all
like that R6. I don't know what year Sully's is. It's 2012, 20. It's either 2012, 2014. The man bike could just go.
14. I think
it's 12. Okay, he got a 2012 R6, and that thing was just like gas for days. It was like a minivan over there.
Y'all need gas again? Yes.
Like we sitting there going through a whole situation. Like, bro, I'm about to run out of gas. It's about to happen right now.
Any second. Like literally, when we found, first off, he was supposed to turn on the exit or on the street to get us on the freeway so we get on and off. Somehow he was like, "Oh, we keep it straight." No, dude, we're supposed to turn.
I couldn't hear her. This is before. Was this before? No, this is actually during. So when I put on my helmet. And like I be vibing out. Sometimes I like tug on my ear things, so my ear things just come out my ear, so I can't really hear. And then my Cena started dying out because I don't know what's.
So to wrap it up, we were too far gone into the venture of God know where we're at, and we need to hurry up and find some gas real quick before something pops off. So yeah, we found gas. Sully was like, "Oh well, I'll gas up just because we're here, but I didn't really need gas."
This man bike just runs fast.
Like you could have. It was that empty in our tanks. We were like,
this bike was he was chilling. I was in panic mode the whole way.
But after that, we made sure, like, okay, we know at this point, reset. Once we hit about 100-ish, we need some gas ASAP. So the rest of the ride was pretty cool. Somewhere in Alabama, the noise I heard at one point before we left the state of Georgia decided to reoccur again. And I figured it was a rock. So I was like, oh, we just rolled over some pebbles, so it must have been a rock that kicked in and it'll knock itself out or whatever. We keep riding, we, take our little pictures. I might insert them somewhere in here when we cross the Alabama state line and then we cross Florida state line.
When we got close to Alabama, like when we was in Alabama, it's like I looked down and I said something. I got a video where I said something about like, your tire looking real weird right now.
And I didn't feel anything. I heard just a weird noise, but I just figured it was a rock. I didn't feel no wobbling or anything of that sort. By the time we finally hit Florida line, by the time we got to Florida, we got to the hotel, checked in, and we were heading to the beach at this point. I was like,
I heard the beach.
Yeah, he was enjoying Florida life with like
Look
this.
at that. Look, I had the shirt off. And I ain't had no helmet on. I was like, hey, what's up, y'all? What's up?
Yeah, there'll be a picture somewhere maybe to the left of me later. But I was like, it's like really making a louder noise at this point. By the time we left the beach, I was like, I'm the leader at this point, getting us back to the hotel, and I was like, this back tire does not feel right. Like literally the entire bike and myself was shaking. They saw me and I guess they knew something was going on, but
like
they didn't realize
her
it got
just
on.
So weird. And she kept saying like, baby, my bike, it just feel weird. I'm like, listen, we like 300 miles away from the crib right now. You know what I mean? Your boy ain't got AAA tow service or any of that. And I really don't know people with trucks like that to come all the way down here to help us with getting this bike. So what I'm going to do is switch and get on your bike.
Well, that was after. So when we were now heading back home, I was probably all of 20 minutes out.
20 minutes in,
and
she said, she was like, baby, I don't think this bike is safe. I don't feel comfortable riding. And I was like, just pull over, and we'll just switch, okay? I put my bike in B mode, and you ride my bike, and I'm gonna ride your bike all the way. We gonna make this happen. We're gonna make it work, because we ain't got no other choice. This is it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you have one of those panic modes, like, alright, I gotta make this happen because I don't have no other choice, no other options. So,
yeah, that whole experience was like, because this was the first time, like, that was my third experience riding his bike. I rode all of 5-10 minutes in the parking lot the first time, brand new to his bike, and then riding it back home from Mountain on the road. And then riding that long of a distance, I rode for a good probably hour, maybe about a good hour or so.
Listen,
like
it was See, when I got on it, when we switched bikes coming back, and I let her ride
of 2 minutes probably when he pulled back over, like, oh yeah, this bike.
I let her get on the FZ. I was like, I'm gonna ride this no matter what. So then I got on it, and that thing was like, I was like, all right, bruh, like, I'm not afraid to go down. Like, I done fucking wrecked so many bikes that at this point in my life, bruh, I know how to fall. You go, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how you go weightless like this. And you just be like, whatever, bruh. And then as you slide, you like notice where you slide and make sure you ain't sliding towards nothing crazy or like a car. But most people, when they see you fall off a bike, they tend to like slow down and be like, whatever's about to happen to him is about to happen to just him, not me. So, you know, as I'm falling and sliding, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I was just like, whatever happens with this bike, it's on. I don't care. Let's go. I got all my gear on, the helmet, the jacket, the pants. I'm good. Let's go.
When we stopped, I was like, I know I've been riding the bike all this time, so I'll just ride the bike. We could swap bikes back out. He was like, no.
She thought I was gonna put her like on an unsafe bike. That just wasn't. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me and not you. Cause I'd have been through before at faster speeds, so I know what's about to go down and how it's gonna go down and what I need to do for me not to just like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I've only been.
She was so scared. She's like, "Oh my god, like I don't want you to get hurt." And I'm like,
I mean, I've already been in a like, but it was at low speed.
It would have been something serious.
Yeah.
So when I got on it, I thought I could ride through it because, like I said, our speed was 72. So
yeah, we didn't really get past that too much.
I was trying to see if whatever it is, if it's a rock that's shaking me like that, all right, I need to unlock this rock. So some of the parts I would pin it, and I got up to like 107, and I'm like, okay. Then I slow it down because at higher speeds the bike tended to just like, all right, cool. But the low ones just started making. So then, when we got to Alabama, we're in Alabama. We are literally in the city of Alabama. Like, we in the city. Is it the city part of Alabama?
No, we weren't that.
Was it the city? No, because we had like 200 more miles to go. So I don't know what part of Alabama that was.
Truck. We saw a truck and a Jeep, and at one point they were like literally just driving together.
Everybody was just on the same, because it was cool because like everybody had Georgia tags on there, right? So we all we know what we going. We all going the same way. So as I'm riding, like bike's getting worse, and I'm like, oh my god. So we stopped, get gas, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, we had stopped to get gas real quick.
I'm just gonna keep riding. Keep going.
We had already passed this truck at this point. Mm-hmm. It was like a F-150 or something like that. Mm-hmm. We had already passed them, and somehow, because when we stopped to get the gas and everything, they passed us. So we eventually caught back up with them. So we saw the truck and the Jeep, and at this point, they're now like talking to each other. I'm like, okay.
I wasn't trying to speed them up. You know, you both just chilling in the back.
Yes, because I'm on the really bike that I'm not comfortable on because this is the first time riding this bike that far of a distance, which the reason I want to do this confessions was to talk about the exhaust. Yes, there's some awesome cars on the bike. Anywho, get distracted because our little apartment is just awesome to watch bikes and cars. But listening to the exhaust, he just posted a video on Instagram as far as like I had made a comment about I want to be the cool kid with the nice exhaust and all that stuff. When I tell you, he made a comment saying he missed his
I did miss the stop.
I cosmetically want to change out my exhaust because it's very gaudy and it's the factory exhaust.
I gotta get my chicken nuggets.
They haven't even beat.
I didn't. What beat is supposed to be? Who puts on timers? I just cook this. I cook it. I know. I'm gonna go get my chicken nuggets, y'all. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm going to. So he made a comment as far as like he missed his factory exhaust, and for me, I want to change out the exhaust because cosmetically, I don't like it. It's gaudy, and sound wise, my 250 had a different exhaust, and it wasn't super loud, but it was definitely much louder than a typical 250 exhaust. Riding his bike though, that long of a distance, I do want something louder. Do I want it that loud? I'm not sure. I definitely would probably have to get like some earplugs if I was to continue to ride long distance, because that humming, it is too much. Even when I was listening to music, you could still hear his exhaust just all in the...
That's where, and then it's got like a lot of power.
Like you can tell when the flame is kicking back out. I'm like, cosmetically it looks beautiful, sound wise it's beautiful, but like over time, now I see why folks, when they say like I do want to upgrade my Mustang for sound purposes as well to
that could be irritating, bro. That whole pop.
So I don't know.
I like the fire, but Jesus. Sometimes like, just shut up, just cut the motor, just cut it off because it's just too loud.
It was, yeah, it's too much. I do want to get a louder exhaust. I'm gonna have to do some more research. The M4, I'm not sure if that's what I probably will get. What are we doing?
I was seeing what the time was. You say 20, you better get up. It's 20 minutes.
It ain't 20 minutes.
You say 21 minutes.
Oh, well, the first half was like...
You're gonna have to be this tempted because then you can do 10 and then 10.
It's gonna be part 1, part 2. This would definitely be part 2. Because we kind of segue now into the other part of the video, which I wanted to talk about anyway, which was the exhaust.
I was going back to the F-150.
No, we're gonna talk about that. But the part 2 is, so part 1 was the vacation, driving down there.
Oh, and then the exhaust.
Yes, that's part 2. So, but I'm definitely going to have to do some research. I've heard, what is it? I've had the Yoshi, M4, Two Brothers.
Kapovich.
Yes, those were the ones that were recommended for my style bike. That will give me the look and the sound, but not be too overbearing.
Well, you gotta think that I took the baffle out.
You did.
I took the baffle out, so it wasn't spitting fire before. And
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research because I can't remember if the previous M4 had the baffle, but it was spitting fire, and I don't know if it was that loud.
It didn't have no baffle in there either.
So
if it's spitting fire, it didn't have it because the baffle will stop that.
Oh.
The baffle actually makes it silent, make it quiet.
The previous one wasn't that. Anywho, to segue so we can wrap up this video, this awesome couple, the lady had rolled the window down, made a comment to Sully because riding that long of a distance, being on sport bikes. Shout out to the folks that have like the sport cruiser, because that's where I'm definitely have to upgrade my life to.
Sports cruisers.
Sportsters. Like you have like the sport cruisers, which is, it still have like it's the cruiser, but it have more of a sportier style instead of your traditional Harley or your traditional.
Nobody came around me with one of those yet.
No, it'd be like the Indians.
Oh, like Sportsters.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Indians look good.
Yeah, I would love to upgrade to that.
Victories in the Indians. Like if I'm gonna get a bike, it's either gonna be an Indian or it's gonna be a Victory. Like
so,
throw that out there to y'all, cause that's what I'm getting.
We have definitely taken this off our bucket list as far as riding long distance, crossing state lines.
I ain't doing it.
And being on a sport bike. So
I ain't doing it unless I got
cross
AAA
state lines again.
bike thing.
That and definitely have to be on a more cruiser style so I can be more relaxed. But the lady who let the window down asked him was Sully okay because he was stretching his legs out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine, just stretching my body." And then they approached him a few minutes later, rolled the window down, asking him was he okay because she noticed the back wheel was wobbling horribly around 50 to 60 miles an hour. The bike was just doing its own thing.
Terrible,
and it looked
terrible
like
bunch.
it looked like you're gonna get thrown off any second.
It wasn't gonna throw off. It was just gonna fall to the ground and be done.
No, from a person that's not riding.
Oh, she asked me. She said, "Hey, yeah, your bike not looking too good." I said, "Yeah, it's pretty terrible." And then she was like, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, I'm going to Atlanta." And then she was like, "Would you like to?" She rolled the window open. I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Ooh, that's far." I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, she rolled the window down, then rolled it up, and then rolled it back down. And was like, "Would you like to put your bike in the back?" And I was like, it's like, one of those, like, I hate to have to ask people for help and stuff, and I hate to accept help, but it was one of those moments where I had to be like, yes. And I said, I was like, yeah, I would. And we pulled in this parking lot, and it was like, okay. And
we pulled into, what is it, like AutoZone?
AutoZone. They
got some straps.
asked us. Yep.
And he rolled the bike over to.
We went to push the bike into the back of the truck,
and
the damn back brake fell. Back brake fell completely off. Like the whole caliper thing, boop, just fell on the ground. And I was like, oh. And then you could see like where the wheel bearing was poking out of it, And I'm like,
yes, the husband is a rider.
Yep. Shout out to him, his wife, his whole family. Thank you guys so very much. If y'all need any videos, like I said, any videos and any, photography, let us know. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Because without them,
we would have never made it back.
Yeah.
We would have made it back, but it would have been like days. It would have been days, bro. We would have had to figure out how to get that bike.
I literally, when I talked to him originally in the scene, I was like, I'm gonna have to park this bike somewhere and get this bike towed, not knowing that it was about to be a whole, what was it, Hurricane Michael?
Hurricane, whatever it was, it was about to come through and like the
my bike probably would not have been there.
Yeah.
So, but they were a blessing because we are put in a place for a specific time and reason, and they were put there at that time for us to have our paths crossed, because without them,
I couldn't even thank them enough. Like, there is nothing in this world that I don't even, like, I was just, man.
They literally dropped us off at home because they was like, we'll get you close to the city because we live on the
drop
other
us
side.
Off the city. I called my boy Big John. Shout out to Big John, because when I called Big John, I was like, bro, I need your help. He was like, just let me know where to pick you up. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Let's go.
Sounds about right.
Shout out to my brother, Big John, my dog.
But yeah, we stopped the last time. We didn't get gas because we were riding fishing. Sully at this point had already.
Yeah, Sully took off because he hurt his back pushing her bike in the back of the truck. So when he did that, his back was just, that was it.
I saw that sign that said Atlanta 92 miles, and the next thing I saw him tucked and going.
He did the home symbol, and I was like,
yes, because I was in the truck feeling like super guilty that Sully is now injured. Tivo is now
I said, Sully, you can just go home. When we get close to the city, bro, you can go home, bro. And you know what I mean? Because when he told me he had hurt his back, I was like, I already know what that feel like. Just go ahead and go home, bro.
Yeah, that last stop, they were like, we'll just take you home. Like, we just want to make sure you guys are safe.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like,
it took us 300 miles. They brought us home, bro.
So, that's my experience. Like, I had an awesome time. I would do it again, not on that particular bike.
Listen, because I hurt my back a couple days ago. Listen. We are in communications with Wild Motorsports
okay, to get T's bike fixed.
No.
We're gonna have.
I'm Yoga the bikeless biker.
Because they're going to go out and fix this bike. You know what I mean? They want to look at the bike to make sure that they're in total fault of what just happened to this bike. So we're gonna have a follow-up video, and T's gonna post this.
Yeah.
So that's it, people. As always, it's your boy, it's Mr20 West.
It's Yoga the biker.
And we out.
Hey, yo.